The House of Mouse is at it again. Disney is fast running out of established franchises and now has its sights set on a new target. We are talking about Indiana Jones. Disney have allowed the release of reviews before the film hits the wider public.
Not a great plan.
Even critics that often go easy are savaging the film. The Telegraph aptly encapsulates the multitude of reviews when stating, "Ford gives it his all, but while the 3 original films moved like page-turners, this 5th instalment is painfully short of spark." This got me thinking, what made the first 3 films so special? And what did the 4th, and likely the 5th film in the franchise lack? Before we delve deeper, I would just like to ask, if you're enjoying this content, please give me a like and a subscribe. As a new content creator, this helps me massively, and it will also ensure you get notified of my Indiana Jones 5 review when it releases later in June. For me, what sets Indiana Jones apart as one of the most endearing characters in film history is his genuine and effortless heroism. He doesn't strive to be the hero, he simply embodies it. In the opening scene of the first film, we witness both his triumph, where he manages to navigate through the cave's traps, and his blunder, where he misjudges the weight of the bag of sand. Imperfections and all, he makes mistakes in his decision making, which make him relatable as a character. But as the 5th film approaches, I'm slightly nervous Indy might be sidelined as Disney have done with previously loved characters in order to sell the newer, younger, female Rey Skywalker. I mean, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I just hope my worry is misplaced here. However, the recent review from the BBC suggests that concerns about the 5th Indiana Jones film may, well, be justified. The review raises red flags for me, stating, "I'm not sure how many fans want to see Indiana Jones as a broken, helpless old man who cowers in the corner whilst his patronising goddaughter takes the lead, but that's what we're given, and it's as bleak as it sounds." If the BBC is saying this, it doesn't put me at ease. This critique underscores the potential missteps Disney have already made in the handling of a beloved character, and they certainly have past form. It appears the focus may have shifted away from Indiana Jones himself, disregarding the fact that he is the main draw for the audience. Before the era of advanced visual effects and CGI, the Indiana Jones films relied on practical, in-camera effects. These not only brought a sense of realism to the action, but also added a charming touch, reminiscent of the adventure serials from the 30s and 40s. In 2008, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was released, and the criticism about excessive use of CGI was rampant and warranted. In the Dial of Destiny trailer, the de-aging of Harrison Ford for the flashback scenes stands out as the clearest instance of bad CGI. This effect takes the film into a territory that Steven Spielberg, the original director, never envisioned. In 2012, Spielberg stated via the New York Daily News, "I would never do an Indy retread where I took Indy's face, the way it exists in 2011, and youngify him. The CGI used in the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny trailer, no matter the quality, continues to move the series farther away from its original director's intent and its practical effect-driven origins. Judging by previous Disney de-aging attempts, whilst much improved, the tech is still not where it needs to be. I worry the film that we'll see next month will again have an over-reliance on CGI, just like the Crystal Skull." In the earlier Indiana Jones films, the presence of the Nazis played a substantial role, serving as the menacing primary antagonists. Their inclusion added a significant sense of weight and importance to the villains. The Soviets in the 4th installment certainly did not reach the same level, seeming almost comical, and not in a good way. Everything seemed to be scaled down and more economical compared to the original trilogy, with the stakes diminished, and again it seems likely to repeat in the 5th film. The idea of Indiana Jones confronting the formidable might of the Third Reich in 1936 was a concept that truly captured our imaginations. On the other hand, pitting Indy against a lone scientist in the 5th film and his easily replaceable henchman in 1969 fails to generate the same magnitude or significance for me. It appears that the elements that made the villains of the original trilogy so truly iconic are absent in the upcoming installment. So to tie this together, it seems the 5th Indiana Jones film may fall short of capturing the magic that made the original trilogy so special. Disney's previous handling of beloved franchises has raised concerns for me, and with the early release of reviews indicating a disappointing reception from critics, this seems like a perfect storm. The lack of genuine heroism and potential sidelining of Indiana Jones himself, along with the excessive use of CGI and diminished stakes, contribute to my worry that the film may not live up to its predecessors. The absence of iconic villains further dampens the anticipation for the 5th film. As I reflect on what made Indiana Jones a cinema legend, I only hope that the upcoming title will do justice to the beloved character and recapture the spirit of adventure that made the franchise so memorable. It certainly seems like a false hope at this point, but as we know, critics don't always get it right, so I hope my misgivings are incorrect. Let me know down in the comments what made Dr. Jones so special for you, and if you did make it this far, please consider giving me a subscribe. And that's a wrap, folks. Time for you to go on your merry way and for me to steel myself for the upcoming disappointment.